Hello guys, so we are back again. We in our previous video we have completed means subjective problems. Okay, extra means problems of subjectives which I had bought from other institutes. Okay, now as I told, we will start with previous year questions. In these previous year questions, first we will see some JEE Main previous year questions, and then we will move on to JEE Advanced previous year questions. Okay, so let's see today we can finish all JEE Mains previous year questions or not. Okay, so let's begin. Okay guys, so let's begin. The first question of JEE Mains is as follow. If I don't know the year exact, but the question is as follow. If the roots of the equation x square minus 5x plus 16 equal to 0 are alpha comma beta, and the roots of the equation x square plus px plus q equal to 0 are alpha square plus beta square. Okay guys, and alpha beta by 2, then we have to find p and q value. The options are as follow. Now if alpha and beta are the roots of the first equation which is given, okay, the first equation which is given whose roots are alpha and beta. Okay guys, so let me take blue pen. Okay, now sum of the root, what will be the sum of the root of equation x square minus 5x plus 16? It will be 5. What will be product of the root? Will be 16, right guys? Now we want to find the value of p and q, and its roots are alpha square plus beta square and alpha beta by 2. Okay guys, let's find its value. So alpha square plus beta square value will be alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha into beta. It will be 25 minus 32, okay, which will give us minus 7. Okay, which will give us minus 7, right guys? Now we got this value. Let's find this value, which will be alpha beta by 2. Okay, the value alpha into beta is 16 divided by 2, it will give us 8. Okay, so we got this value. So the roots of this equation, let's call it as gamma comma delta, are minus 7 comma 8 as follow. Now sum of the root for this equation x square plus px, it will be minus 7 plus 8, which will be 1, and product of the root, let me take POR, product of the root, which will be minus 7 into 8. Okay, it will be 56, right guys? So what equation can be formed? The equation which will form will be x, okay, plus 50 minus 56. Okay, let me add minus here, it will be minus, should be equal to 0. Then the equation will become minus x minus 56 should be equal to 0. Now is there any option for p equals to 1? Okay, we just wanted to find the values, we don't need to find anything extra. So we are done with here. We got by looking at, we got p equals to, by comparing only we can get, okay, p equals to minus 1 and c equals to minus 56. So D is the answer. Okay guys, D is the answer. Okay guys, so let's move on to next JEE Main previous year question, which is as follow. Let me get the question. The question is as follow. The question is, this is second question, which is if alpha and beta be the roots of the equation, alpha beta be the roots of the equation x minus a into x minus b equal to c and c not equal to 0, then roots of the equation x minus alpha into x minus beta plus c equal to 0 are. Okay, so listen, this question means this type of question you will see, means such this similar type, I don't remember, this similar type question is repeated in JEE Advanced also, from quadratic section only, just they have advanced it a little much more. Okay, but forget that, just let's focus on this question, which says x minus a into x minus b is equal to c, and they have said if alpha and beta be the roots of this. Okay, so if, listen, if x minus a x minus b equal to c, this is the equation, right? So I can write it like this, x minus a, x minus b minus c equal to 0, right? We can write this. Now if I have a equation, let's take it as ax square plus bx plus c, and if its roots are gamma comma delta, then I can shortly write it as x minus gamma x minus delta, right guys? So if its roots are alpha and beta, then this equation can be write out like this. So these two will be equal, like x minus a, x minus b, okay, minus c is equal to x minus gamma, wait, x minus alpha into x minus beta. Okay, we can write this equation like this. Okay, now just check, then roots of the equation x minus alpha, x minus beta plus c equal to 0. So if I take this c here, this will become an equation which we want its root, and if it is equal to this, let me just modify it, x minus a, x minus b should be equal to x minus alpha, x minus beta, and then plus c. Okay guys, now it is equal to x minus a, x minus b. So a comma b are its root, okay, so c is the answer. Okay guys, let's move on to next question of previous year JEE Mains, which is this question. If you have solved Singh's problem, this similar question we have done it, okay, but see, this is the benefit of doing more number of problems. You came across some previous year questions which are related to the questions which you have already solved, so it just boosts up your confidence and give you an edge over the question. Okay, you feel more comfortable to attempt those questions, okay, because you have previously just gone through such situations. Okay guys, so this question, it is as follow: if alpha square equals to 5 alpha minus 3 comma beta square equals to 5 beta minus 3, then the value of alpha upon beta plus beta upon alpha is, okay, A option is 19 by 3, B option is 25 by 3, C option is minus 19 by 3, and D option is none of these. Okay guys, okay, so let's check. Here this equation I can write it as minus 5 alpha plus 3 equal to 0, and this equation, which is 5 beta plus 3 equal to 0. And here if you see, if I replace instead of alpha x, then I get x minus 5x plus 3 equal to 0. If you are if you are smart enough, you will realize that they have put x is equals to alpha and x is equals to beta in this equation, in this and this. What does it mean? That alpha comma beta are its root, okay guys. Now if alpha and beta are its root, then alpha plus beta will surely be 5, and alpha into beta will surely be 3. Okay guys, we got these two things. Now we want to find the value of this alpha upon beta plus beta upon alpha. This will be equal to alpha square plus beta square upon alpha into beta. This will become alpha plus beta. This we have done thousands of times in quadratic equation, this stuff, okay, means many times. And we have it 25, and this is 2 into 3 upon 3. 25 minus 6 is 19 by 3. So A is the answer. There was nothing nothing tricky in this question. It was just based on your observation. If you observe this equation, you come to know the general equation, then you are done with this question. Okay, let's see, move on to next question, previous year question, which is this one. Question number 4. The question is as follow: if the sum of the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is equal to the sum of the square of their reciprocal, then a by c comma b by a and c by b are in. Okay, now let's see. It is telling sum of the roots of the equation this. Let assume its roots are alpha comma beta, b its root, right? Then sum of the root will be minus b by a, product of the root will be c by a, right guys? Now what we can do further, sum of the squares the sum of the, what they have said, sum of the roots of the quadratic is equal to the sum of the square of the reciprocal. So it means sum of the root means alpha plus beta should be equal to sum of the square, means this. Okay guys, now after, if we will solve this, we will come to know this is this stuff, alpha beta the whole square. Now let's calculate this first. Okay, this will be, I'm writing it again. Okay guys, I'm writing it again just so that you can remember the concept again and again. If you do the same thing again and again, you don't need to revise the formula. You can automatically learn, and the questions will teach you more than just learning formulas. They will teach you how to apply them, how to manipulate them. Okay, which not any means by reading formulas you cannot get that. Okay, so let's see further. 2 alpha into beta is c by a. Okay, this is this thing. Okay, alpha into beta, we have c square. Let's put this value in this. Okay, let's put this value in this and then see. I'm putting all the values in this equation, which is alpha plus beta equal to alpha square plus beta square upon alpha beta the whole square, right? We are putting all the value. According to this should be b by a, but we have b square minus 2c upon a square upon a. Here we have c square upon a square. Okay, now now what we can do, b square minus 2ca, okay, upon c square. These two a will cancel out and we will left with this stuff. Okay, now what we can do further, what here we have minus b by a equals to b square minus 2ca upon c square, this stuff. Now let's see what we can do. Let's cross multiply this, a minus 2ca square. Now how we can just simplify that, I will tell you a basic trick. Okay, what I have observe, listen. When we take arithmetic, geometric, there are no negative. Just try to make them positive. Move it here, so that they become positive. Then you will able to click what to do and what kind of progression it is. Like 2ca square equal to b square a. Okay guys, and here you have plus bc square, right guys? Now what the main point is, what you see, if I divide it throughout by abc, means if I divide it by abc, what do you see? If you divide it by abc, here you get 2 upon a will be left and rest all b will be left. Okay, here what we will get, b upon c, here what you will get, c upon a. Okay, now it is an HP. Okay, if you will observe clearly, you will come to know that this is HP. So this is a HP. So D is the answer. HP is just reverse of AP. Okay, so D is the answer, right guys? Let's move on to next question. There was nothing great in this question, just you need to know the basic things. Again, what I'm telling, JEE main questions are not tough. They will make you use the basic things which you have learned in basic in your 9th 10th classes. Okay, like this you learn in your basic classes. Okay, let's move on. They have not used any big concepts like what we expect if you attempt first time JEE mains question paper. Okay, the value of a for which one root of the quadratic equation a square minus 5a plus 3 into x square plus 3a minus 1 into x plus 1 is twice as large as the other is. We want to find the value of a. The condition is as follow, for which one root of the quadratic equation, this is the quadratic equation, whose one root is twice of the other root. Okay, so let's begin this problem. Now what they have told, so if I assume, let's assume its roots are alpha comma 2 alpha, then we will have two roots, means the condition is satisfied, means if one root is alpha, then other root should be 2 alpha, right? Now let's find the sum and product. Okay, which are the basic things which we do in quadratic equation when we see such stuff. Find the value of a. So sum of the root means sum of the root, which will be 3 alpha, which will be equal to what? 3 means it will be negative. So what I should write 1 minus 3a, okay guys, upon a square minus 5a plus 3. Okay, now let's move on to product of roots. Product of roots, which will be 2 alpha square, which will be 2 upon a square minus 5a plus 3. Okay, now these two will cancel out and I will get alpha square 1 upon a square plus 5a plus 3. Now how I can proceed further? If I make it alpha square, then we can compare them. So let's square this. Squaring SOR, sum of the root. What I will get? Alpha square will be 1 by 9 times, right? 1 minus 3a the whole square upon a square minus 5a plus 3 the whole square, right? Now let me equate these two. What I will get? Once I equate them, this will be as follow: a square minus 5a plus 3 the whole square. When I equate it with this stuff, a square minus 5a plus 3, see, this will cancel out, this one will move here, it will be 3a square minus 5a plus 3, and this will open up, which will be minus 6a plus 9a square. And you can hope see this, that these two terms will cancel out. We will be left with minus 15a plus 9, 1 minus 6a. What here we see, it will be 9a, and here if I bring this, it will become 8 equal to 0. So a will wait a minute, minus 15, okay, 9, and here we can bring 8. Okay, right? Oh shit, we have written it 3, it should be 9. Okay, why? Okay, it should be 9. Then this will become 45. Okay guys, this will become 45, and 9 3s are this will become, wait, no, 27. Okay guys, this will become 27. So this we will modify this. So if we move on this here, what it will become? 39a, right? And if we move it, it will become minus 26 equal to 0. So a will be 26 upon 39, which will be 13 multiple 2 by 3. Okay, so which option is the correct? So B is the answer. Okay, B is the answer. Okay guys, so this problem was, I just did a silly mistake. Instead of writing 3, instead of writing 9, I wrote 3. So avoid these mistakes. But the process is this: just try to find how you can equate this. Means, okay, this type of problem we have also done seen in, okay, in Singage only, or probably in some lectures. What I remember, we have seen this problem exactly. Okay, so we are done with question number 5, means 5th question of previous year JEE Mains question. Now let me bring 6th question. The 6th question is as follow: the number of real solution of the equation x square minus 3 mod x plus 2. Now either you can write it as, listen, you can write mod x is equals to mod x the whole square. Other way, take cases. Case 1, okay, x is greater than 0. Then how it will open? It will open it like this: x square minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. The things will be like this: x minus 2, x minus 1 should be equal to 0. Here x is equal to, x is equals to 1. While in case 2, x will be less than 0, so negative sign will be added, plus 3x. This is the basic mod thing which is taught in inequality. And if you further do, this will become x plus 2, x plus 1 equal to you must be quick in solving quadratic equations, means finding roots. Okay, so we got 4 real roots. Okay, so C is the answer. This question was pretty old question of JEE Mains, means AIEEE question. Okay, All India Engineering entrance. Okay, that time question, but it was just very easy, just little modulus application, nothing great. Okay, JEE Mains is just basic application. Okay, 6th question we are done. Now we will move on to next question, which is question number 7. The question number 7 says as follow: if 1 minus p is a root of quadratic equation x square plus px plus 1 minus p equal to 0, then its roots are. We want to tell its roots. Okay guys, now 1 minus p is a root. What do you mean by 1 minus p is a root? If they will give you alpha is a root of this quadrant, then you will definitely say alpha will satisfy this equation, so 1 minus p should satisfy this equation. So I will put 1 minus p here. 1 minus p the whole square plus p into 1 minus p plus 1 minus p should be equal to 0. If I take 1 minus p common, what I get? 1 minus p plus 1, okay, should be equal to 0. 1 minus p and should be equal to 2, should be equal to 0. Okay, now this 2 will, so p should be equal to 1. If p is equal to 1, then one root which is 1 minus p will be 1 minus 1 will be 0, right guys? Now all right, next thing, second, if I know 0 is its root, should I put it? So we will put it. If we put it, what we will get? If I put p value here, what I will get? X square plus x plus 0 equal to, so here I can directly get, instead of taking sum of the root, product of the root, if I just put the p value, I know that the quadratic equation is in the form of p. Okay, so here I am easily getting the roots, which will be x is equals to 0, which is one root we see, so our process is right, and x is equals to minus 1. Now I want to, so this was answer 0 comma minus 1, which is C. Now the answer is right, but let me tell you some errors which children do. Don't proceed it like this, means take product, means some children do like this, means take product of the root in the starting, which will be 1 minus p upon okay, this will be like this, and they will say that if my one root is 1 minus p, then let me assume other root should be beta, then 1 minus p, then I will get beta as 1. Okay, so now they will tell that beta, I got one root beta, then I will put 1 plus p plus 1 minus p, then what they will get, just see, 1 minus p, here pp2 should not be equal to 0, which indirectly means this process is wrong. You should not go like this. When they will give you in terms of something root, you should just try to put this value. This is the type in which we proceed, instead of doing such stuff. Although you can proceed it by sum of roots, which is as follow, like if you take sum of the roots, it will be 1 minus p. Okay, this should be, let me take as beta, then this will become minus p. Okay, then what you are getting, 2p plus 2p plus beta should be equal to wait, I've done something. 2p equals to 1 plus beta, so 2p minus 1 should be beta. So I got the root in terms of beta. But what is the best approach? Instead of finding the roots and then equating it and taking sum again and again, you just put the root and just solve it. Okay, these are the error which you should not do. Okay, and just go with this method. Okay, basic concept should be strong while attempting JEE Mains question. Okay, we are done with this question number 7. Now we are moving forward to our next question, which is question number 8. The question number 8 of AIEEE is as follow. If one root of the equation x square plus px plus 2l equal to 0 is 4, while the equation x square plus px plus q equal to 0 has equal roots, then the value of q is. Okay, if one root of the equation, listen, one root of the equation x square plus px plus 2l equal to 0 is 4, then you can directly understand, I can find the second root very easily, and similarly I can find the p value. If I can find the p value, then I can just apply the equal root concept to get the q value. Okay, so let's proceed this problem. Okay, let's proceed this problem. How we can proceed? Now let me take this equations x square plus px plus 2l has roots alpha comma beta. But I know its alpha root is 4, so 4 comma beta, can I write its root? Right, so our root are 4 comma beta. Now 4 into beta should be equal to 12, right? So we are getting beta as 3. So now we have roots 4 comma 3. Now sum of the roots means 4 plus 3 should be equals to minus p. So what I'm getting, minus p equals to 7. Okay, now we want to find q value. Now let the equation given is minus 7. I'm writing it here by putting p value plus q equal to 0. This is the equation. Okay, now let me take its root as gamma comma gamma. Okay, now gamma plus gamma will be 2 gamma will be 7, right? माइनस पी होता है तो वो 7 हो जाएगा. सो गामा विल बी 7/2, राइट गाइस. नाउ what, now if I q value, if I want to find q value, how we can find it? Means we will take product of the roots por, which will be gamma square, which will be 7/2 square, which indirectly means 49/4. I am doing in step by step so that you can understand. Also I can directly write 49/4. Okay, so which is there in your option? Yes, A is the answer. Okay guys, so we are done 8 questions, so we can finish it today. So here comes next question, which is as follow: the value of a for which the sum of the squares of the roots of the equation x square minus a minus 2x, okay, minus a minus 1 assumes the least value is. Okay, what they have told, just let's read again. The value of a for which sum of the squares of the root, sum of the squares of the root means this stuff. If I assume its roots are alpha and beta, then what they are meaning, this should assume least value means minimum value. And by solving so many questions you have done that, you can basically understand. We will try to make a means a square term, so to get the minimum value, because square term minimum value should be equal to 0. Okay, so this kind of stuff will happen. We basically know the concept. Okay, now let's move on. Now we have assumed its root alpha comma beta. We want to find its minimum value. We got what we need to find. Now alpha plus beta means sum of the root, which is a minus 2, product of the root, which is minus a plus 1. Okay guys, now alpha square plus beta square, which is this stuff, should be equal to, listen there, see it is again coming, alpha plus, we are using it again and again, so you will learn it. Okay, it will be a minus 2 the whole square minus 2. If this minus will come with this minus, it will become plus. It will be 2 into a plus 1, right guys? So we are done with this. A square minus 4a plus 4 plus 2a plus 2. Okay, so let's move on further. A square minus 2a plus 6. Okay, now what we see here, it is 6. Okay, now when we will get its minimum value, I told you this is the basic concept. We will try to make a perfect square, which can we create if I break this 6 into 1 plus 5, then a minus 1 the whole square formula will be formed. A minus 1 the whole square. We have done many questions, means you can expect 25 to 30 questions on such concept. Plus 5 is left. Now what, listen, its minimum value will be 5. That is right. But what they have told us in question, the value of a for which the sum of the squares of the root of the equation assumes minimum value. When will this be equal to 0? At a is equals to 1, right guys? A is equals to 1. At this point, when a is equal to 1, this will become 5. So which will assume its minimum value, and we want to find the value of a at which it assumes minimum value. So a is equals to 1 is the answer. So a is the answer. Okay, right? So let's move on to next question, which is this thing. This is the next question. Okay, this is the next question. Question number 10. If roots of the equation x square minus bx plus c equal to 0 be two consecutive integers, then b square minus 4ac equals to. Okay, we want to find the value of, means b square minus 4ac. Now consecutive integers means the roots will be alpha comma alpha plus 1, like this. We can take the roots like this. Now sum of the root will be alpha plus 1 should be equal to b. Okay, which will be 2 alpha plus 1 should be equal to b. So we are getting 2 alpha equals to b minus 1. Okay, now similarly if we take product of the roots, means product of the roots will be alpha into alpha plus 1. Okay, let's find the alpha value, which will be b minus 1 by 2. Okay, I think it should be applicable here, so it should be c, right guys? Now if I substitute b value here, it should be b minus 1, okay, upon 2, right? And here when I put alpha value b minus 1 upon 2 plus 1, it should be equal to c. Then what I am getting, b minus 1, this will be as, and this will become b plus 1 the whole upon 2. Here comes c. Now you can see we are forming something like b square minus 4ac. So if I apply a square minus b square here, b minus 1, so it will become b minus 1 and this will become 4c. Okay guys, if I take it here, b square minus 4c should be equal to 1. So is there yes, D is the answer. What is the misconception in this problem? How it takes, means it makes children means consumes, it is basically consuming time. Sooner or later you will realize that this will be solved a product of the root. But what children do when they see b square minus 4, see your more attention or concentration develops on discriminant. So first try to understand, can this value be created from sum or product? That is the basic trick. That is the basic thing you need to understand in this problem. Okay guys, so this was previous year question number 10. Let's move on to next previous year questions. This previous year question is question number 11. Okay, this question number 11. Okay, which says in a triangle PQR, angle R equal to pi by 2 if tan pi by 2 and tan q by 2, okay, are the roots of a x square plus bx plus c equal to 0, a not equal to 0, then okay, now we know angle R, it is a right angle triangle. You can see that it is forming a right angle triangle. Let this angle will be R, let it take as q or p. Okay, now p plus q should be 90, this is the basic thing, and as R is equals to 90 or pi by 2. Okay, now this question means involves application of trigonometry, basic trigonometry formula, like tan p plus q by 2 should be equal to tan p by 2. This thing you should know, because we have solved means in single solved problems, solve example, there is such questions. Although I have not covered that because I have started from solved examples. Okay, in next chapter I will probably cover those questions also. Okay, but I have not done. If I have completed, if we will complete the whole syllabus, then I will think of doing it. Okay, but for now I am not doing it, and we will move on to next chapter. But if you will see solve example, their answer is given, they have solved it properly. This question is there. So such type of problem, not I am telling the exact same question, but such same time similar concept type question. Q by 2 1 minus tan p by 2. What is the basic thing you need to, what do you observe or what do you see in this question? That we have sum of this value is sum of the roots and this value is product of this. So you can see the interrelation between these two chapters. So what we can get from this, it will be minus b upon a, and here it will be minus c upon a. Okay guys, and this will become pi by 2, which will become pi by 4, so it will turn out to be 1. Okay, and what I see minus b here, this a will cancel out, making it a minus c. If I move it here, this a minus c should be equal to minus b, and a plus b in the next step, a plus b should be equal to c. So which is the option? A plus b should be equal to c, so b is the answer. It applies, just this question applies basic application of integration, just that thing only. Pi by 4, so tan pi by 4 is 1. Okay, that thing if you don't have understood that. Question number 11. Let's move on to question number 12, which is as follow. Which says if both the roots of the quadratic equation x square minus 2k x plus k square plus k minus 5 equal to 0 are less than 5. okay, means alpha minus beta is less than 5. Then k implies in the interval. Okay, we want to find the k lies in which interval. Okay, they have they have not tell the difference. They have not talked about difference. They are talked about less than 5, right? So I think, okay, this question is from location of roots. So this question is from less than, okay, this question is from location of roots. Why? Because in means of problems we have seen, they have told the roots are less than 5, or difference of roots is less than 5. So I didn't get it, so I wrote alpha minus. I thought this will be applicable, but when I see clearly there are less than 5, means there are two roots. I will draw the parabola like this because a is greater than 0, first thing. Now both roots are less than 5, means 5 should lie here. Okay, so let me assume its roots are alpha comma beta. Okay, then 5 is its root. Okay, alpha comma beta are roots and they both are less than. This is the condition for both being less than 5. Okay, now in location of root for such graph, you know the condition. The condition is f of 5 should be greater than 0, d should be greater than equal to 0, minus b by 2a, it is less than 5. These three are the condition, and you will take intersection of all of these to get the answer. That is the basic thing. So let me get this first one, f of 5 greater than 0, which will be 25 minus 10k plus k square plus k minus 5. Okay, right? So we will get k square minus 9k plus 20 should be greater than 0, right? Now we need to form 20, so 4 5s are, so k minus 4 and k minus 5 should be our answer. So k belongs to minus infinity to 4 union 5 to infinity. This is, let me take it as 1. Now second condition, d greater than equal to 0, let me apply it, which will be what b square, what d greater than equal to means, you have to do this, means b, what is the b term, 4k square minus 4a, a is 1 into c, which is k square plus k minus 5 should be greater than equal to 0. Okay, now we can remove 4, means we can remove 4. So what we see, this k will cancel out. Okay, this k will cancel out, which will help us remain, plus 5 should be greater than equal to 0. So k minus 1, k minus k plus 5 should be greater than equal to 0. So what we are getting, k should be less than equal to 5. Okay, k should be less than equal to 5. What this means, so k belongs to minus infinity to 5 included. This is our second. Now let's move on to third, which says minus 2k means 2k upon 2 into a, which is 1, should be less than equal to 5. So 2 will cancel out, k should be less than 5. What it means, k belongs to minus infinity to 5. Let me plot these points, which is 4 5. Okay, what the first thing tells, it will be from this to this. What the second thing tells, it will be from this to this. What the third thing tells, this will be included, and the last thing what it says, it will be like this. So what so in these three, which part is common, minus infinity to 4, all these three, this all three have this part common. So k belongs from minus infinity to 4, so c is the answer. So this is question from location of roots, and it has a good weightage, and that's why teachers tells that your location of root part should be strong, because sometimes questions are, means mostly questions are asked from location of roots only in JEE Advanced and JEE Mains. In some probability of forming question from this part is high compared to the rest of the part. Okay guys, so C is the answer. Let's move on to next question, which is question number 13, which says if root of the quadratic equation x square plus px plus q equal to 0 are tan 30 and tan 15 respectively, then find the value of 2 plus q minus p is. This value we need to find out. But when you see tan, then just think about tan formula. What it will be, tan 30 plus tan 15. what its formula is? Its formula is tan 30 plus tan 15, okay, upon 1 minus tan 30 into tan 15, okay, tan 15 degree. This is sum of the root, this is sum of the root, and what this is product of the root. Let's put these values. What do we see? It is minus p, and this is 1 minus q, right? And tan 45, it will be 10, which is 1, okay. If I take it here, 1 minus q should be equals to 1 minus p. Now we want to find, let me take this here, so 1 should be minus p plus q. Now we want to find minus p plus q plus 2, so let me add, let's add 2 on both side. What we get, this will become 3, this will become minus p plus q plus 2, so we got this value is equal to 3. So A is the answer. Okay guys, A is the answer. Because so in sometimes they, if you get something like, just try to add the value which we need. Okay, this question is like that, and the basic tan formula trigonometry is used. Okay, nothing great in this. If you know trigonometry little bit, you will able to solve this problem. Let's move on to next question, which is as follows. Okay, this is the question. Okay, now what the question says, 14th question. All the values of m for which roots of the equation x square minus 2mx plus m square minus 1 equal to 0 are greater than minus 2 but less than 4 lie in the interval. This question is straight from location of the roots. Let's plot this. Why I am drawing an upward parabola? Because a is greater than 0. Everything has a reason, so just try to understand. Okay, so both roots are greater than means minus 2 will be here, both roots are less than 4 here. Now you must know in this location of root condition, what are the conditions which we are taught. The condition which are taught, f of minus 2 should be greater than 0, f of 4 should be greater than 0, d should be greater than equal to 0, and last is minus b by 2a should be between 4 and minus 2. These 4 are the condition. Okay, these 4 conditions are taught. Okay, these 4 these 4 conditions are taught. Now let's see what let's verify each and every condition. The first condition is f of minus 2 should be greater than 0. When I put minus 2, it will be 4, this will become 4m, and this will remain m square minus 1, which will indirectly give us m square plus 4m plus 3 should be greater than 0, which will indirectly m plus 3, and m plus 1 should be greater than 0, which indirectly will lead us to minus infinity to minus 3 union minus 1 to infinity. Now let's check for f of 4 should be greater than 0. This will give us 16, 8m, right? 8m plus m square minus 1 should be greater than 0, m square minus 8m, this will give us 15 should be greater than 0. Now what we are getting, 3 5s are, okay, we are get minus 5 and m minus 3 should be greater than 0. This will mean m belongs to minus infinity to 3 union 5 to infinity. This is the second term. Now d should be greater than equal to 0. This is the 4m square minus 4, a is 1 into c, m square minus 1 should be greater than equal to 0. If I take out m, this thing will be m square minus 1 should be greater than equal to 0. If I if I multiply this m term will cancel out, and 1 should be greater than equal to 0. So m is greater than 0, so this condition is verified. Always true. Okay, we got this condition always true. Now let's check for the third condition, which is minus b by 2a should be between 4 and minus 2. Minus b is what? Minus b is minus 2m, so here it will become 2m upon 2, a is 1 should be between so m should be between 4 and 2. Now let's take all the conditions. -3, then we have 2, we have, okay, we have -1 also, let me make it as -1. Then we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5 also. Okay, now let me take the first condition, which says from -infinity to -3, from -1 to infinity. This is the first thing. Second thing tells from -infinity to 3 and from 5 to infinity. What the third thing tells? It tells that it is between 2 to 4. Okay, it is between 2 to 4. -infinity, -1 to infinity. Okay, this, so here the most appropriate part, okay, it should be it should be from 2 to 3, but it is not given in the answer. And the next most common means this one, this thing. Okay, this thing, it should be this. -1 to 3 is the most, because they have two parts same. Okay, so m belongs to -1 to 3. Okay, m belongs to -1 to 3. To -1 to 3. 2, there is something which mistake we are doing. -infinity to -3, -1, infinity, -infinity, 5 to infinity. Okay, if we take it infinity to -infinity to 3. Okay, -infinity to -3, -3, then -1 to infinity. Okay, this one is it. So okay, m belongs to -1 to 3 is the most appropriate answer for this one. Okay, let's move on to further, which is next question. Okay, the next question is 15th one, which is as follows. The question number 15 is if x is real, the maximum value of this expression, which is 3x square plus 9x plus 17 upon 3x square plus 9x plus 7 is. Okay, we need to find this. Now we have seen such type of problem in Cengage. Okay, although I have done such problems in previous problem solving courses also. There are two approaches. First approach, I don't take that approach. Although the first approach is this, that you make the upper part as same as lower part, like this, 3x square plus 9x plus, I have told this thing, I don't use this technique, although it is good and time consuming. Time means time saving. So it will break up into 1 plus 10 upon 3x square plus 9x plus 7. This is a quadratic equation. Now its minimum value will be when 3x square plus 9x plus 7 is minimum. 3x square plus 9x plus 7 is minimum. And what kind of parabola it is? It is this kind of parabola. When its value is minimum, minus d by 4a. So let's calculate its minus d by 4a, which will be minus into b square, means b means 81 minus 4a is 3 into 7 upon 4 into a. Okay, it will be 4 into a, which will give us 4 into a, right? 4 into a, 4a is 3, 4 into 3, right? Now minus 81 plus 12, this we are getting 84. Now upon 12, what we see, 3 upon 12, which is 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by 4, sorry, 1 by 4. So we got this value as 1 by 4, which is the means when parabola is like this, we call this value as minimum value. You must know this is a theoretical part. While the parabola is like this, when we call this value as maximum value. Maxima. These things are basically taught in basic physics of means basic mathematic tools in physics also, okay, when they teach this chapter. Okay, so this is 3 by 12, which will be 1 by 4. Okay guys, so we are done with this and we got the minimum value. So let's place it 1 upon 10 upon 1 by 4, which will give us 40, which will be 40 plus 1, which is 41. So A is the answer. Although I don't like this way of solving this question, but I use mostly method 2, which I have learned in Singlish only, which is very good method, and I like that question because it you can usually click it fast compared to this one. Okay, this question says let assume this whole function as y. You don't need to means think more, just you want to just apply some basic conceptual things. Multiply it by y, 3x square plus 9 yx plus 7y is equal to 3x square plus 9x plus 17. Okay, now bring this part here, 3y minus 3 into x square plus 9y minus 9 into x part plus 7y minus 17 should be equal to 0. Now x is real. X is real means it will have two root. It will have two root means d greater than equal to 0, means distinct, or d greater than distinct. Okay, it will be distinct. No, greater than equal to 0. Okay, now what we will apply? We will apply this part. Let's bring out 81 common. Y minus 1 the whole square minus 4 AC means 3y minus 3 into 7y minus 17 should be greater than equal to 0. Okay, okay, so this is after this if I bring this here, 81 into y minus 1 the whole square, and if I bring this 4 into this will become 3 into y minus 1, 7y minus 17 should be greater than equal to 0. Yeah, I can cancel out this with this. 3 2 is 6, 7 is 21, y minus 1 the whole square minus 4 into, if I multiply this with 7y square minus 17y, okay, minus 7y plus 17, okay, greater than equal to 0. Okay, this one is 27 into y square minus 2y plus 1 minus, let's see what we get, 7y square 7, which will be 24y plus 17 should be greater than equal to 0. Okay, now let's proceed this further. I think we could have solved it easily if I would have just eliminated these two. Okay, so let's cancel out these two steps. If we have eliminated this, it will become 81y minus 81. This will become 28y plus 64. Okay, 28, okay, 68, sorry, should be greater than equal to 0. Now what we will get from here, minus y plus 41 should be greater than equal to 0, so y will be less than equal to 41. So what do you see? It should be minimum value should be less than equal to 41. So again, A is the answer. Now this approach I like it more, because in these approaches mostly they cancel out or form such thing, although you easily get the answer instead of thinking much. That was my point. Okay, and it clicks very easily. You find this, you want to find the minimum value, take it as y. Okay, like in functions, they told you that y is equals to f of x, where if they tell you to find the f of x minimum value, you just need to find the minimum value of y, like that. Okay, so let's move on to next question. We are done with question number 15. This is question number 16, which is as follow. Okay, the question is as follow: if the difference between the roots of the equation x square plus ax plus 1 equal to 0 is less than under root 5, difference, okay, now they are talking about difference, okay, is less than under root 5, then the set of possible values of a is possible values of a. Now they have told you that difference is less than under root 5. If I square it, it will become 5 alpha square plus beta square minus 2 alpha beta should be less than 5, and if we put this value, it will become minus 4 alpha into beta should be less than equal to 5. Okay, right? Now what we have, alpha plus beta is equal to minus a, alpha into beta is equal to 1. What we see is a square 4 5 here, so a minus 9, a square minus 9 should be less than, then what we conclude, it is a minus 3 and a plus 3 less than equal to 0, so a belongs to minus 3 to 3, so a is the answer. Okay, let's move on to further. Question 16 we are done, is the answer. The question number 17 is as follows. The question number 17 says, if the quadratic equation x square minus 6x plus a equal to 0 and x square minus 6x plus 6 x square minus cx plus 6 equal to 0 have one root in common, the other roots of the first and the second equation are integers in the ratio 4/3. Okay, then the common root is, now x square minus 6x plus a is one quadratic equation. Let take its root as alpha comma beta, and while this equation x square minus cx plus 6 equal to 0, let take it as root is alpha comma gamma. Then what we have, product of the root, they have told, listen, they have told that the second root means beta by gamma ratio is 4/3, right? Now one more thing, alpha into beta is a, while alpha into gamma is 6, and alpha plus beta, which is sum, have 6, and alpha plus beta, alpha plus gamma, which is sum, have c. Okay, now if I divide this and this, what I will get, beta by gamma into 6 should be equal to a, beta by gamma I have 4/3 into 6 should be equal to a, so I have a equals to 8, so I got a equals to 8. Now if I get a equals to 8, then the equation x square minus 6x plus 8 equal to 0, and what I get, x square minus 4x plus 2x plus 8 equal to 0. I should have solved it directly instead of making the, okay, I got x is equals to 4 or x is equals to any one of them is the root. Okay, now let's see, if I take alpha into beta, is this value is 8. Okay, 8 by 6, 8/6. Okay, and this value beta comma gamma. Okay, we have to find the common root. Now alpha comma beta is 4,2. Now 4,2 and this should be 6. What is the basic? It can be 4 into 2 and this can be 2 into 3. The basic common multiple is 2 only. Okay, in integer terms. Okay, 2. So alpha equals to 2 should be the common root, should be the common root. Now in this problem, don't go for checking the x is equals to 4 different situation. In one problem which we have done earlier, we have checked all the situation and then it waste all means a lot of our time. Okay, it was just to means verify whether the second root satisfy, and guess what, these two roots both will satisfy the conditions of being a common root. But this, in this part, you can just check by factors only that which will be common root. Okay, so don't waste your time in such big examination by verifying which roots, like putting its value, finding c value, then subtracting the equations and getting alpha as a common root. These both will satisfy the condition of all the common root conditions, okay, which we learned in quadratic equation. So just go by this process, you will come to know alpha is equals to 2 is the basic multiple which can be possible, so it should be the common root. Okay, so C is the answer. Singage have also given this question. So we are done with question number 17. Let's move on to next question. This is question number 18. Question number 18. This question can be solved by two ways. The first way which Singage tells is as follow. It tells that if there is an odd power polynomial, odd power polynomial. You know, if there are 7 roots, complex root can be exist in pair, so there can be 3 pair only, 1 pair will be left. Same goes for cubic, same goes for 5 degree. Okay, so we know one real root is confirmed. Okay, now let's find its f of f dash x, which is 7x6 plus 75x raised to 4, 48x square plus 30. Now what do you see? This is even power, this is even power, this is even power, so it will be always greater than 0, means this is strictly increasing function. So it will cut only once, so only one real root, which is A is the answer. Now what is the second method? Although you can understand this, but I called it second method just to make you understand the difference. Now just take it as f of x. Okay, x raised to 7 plus 14 x raised to 5 plus 16 x cube. This concept is based on the thing called f of x is negative, and for a same means for two values. For example, let's take f of 0, the function is positive, and for f of 1 the function is negative. What do you mean? That at f of 0 it was positive, and while f of 1 it was negative, so there will be at least one point at which it will cut the x-axis, so there must be a root between this. So what we will do, if we take x and check its sign change, whether it is positive, so here it is becoming negative once, so one real root. Now let's check f of minus x. What we are getting? X की power 7 minus 14 x power 5. Just put, instead of x put minus x. 16 x cube minus 30 x minus 516. So here all the terms are negative, so no root we got from this. Okay, no root. Okay, no root. Now no root or no real root. Why no real root? We are checking for no real root. This is no real root. Okay, no real root. So total number of root is 1. Now for real, if you want to, just for telling you for understanding, for complex root means imaginary. For complex root, what you have to do? Just subtotal number of root minus real number of root, which is 1. It will be 6. So it is basic things like that. So A is the answer from here also. This thing you will understand if you solve problem, and this thing they have told you, so you can apply this. This is method 1. This is method 2. Okay, by solving problems you will learn both the methods. Which one clicks you faster, you can do that. Depends on your choice. Okay, this is the next question, which is as follows. If the roots of the equation bx square plus cx plus a equal to 0 be imaginary, then for all real values of x the expression 3b square x square plus 6bc x plus 2c square is okay, greater than 4ab, less than 4ab, less than minus 4ab, greater than minus 4ab. Okay, now how we can proceed this? We can first, we know imaginary, so d should be less than 0. What we can click 6 square minus 4ab should be less than 0. We get c square should be less than 4ab. We got this. Let it take as 1. Okay, now if we observe this, means this is 3b square x square plus 6bc x plus 2c square. Okay, this is the f of x or y. Now what do you observe? This is b square, it will always be positive, so it will be upward parabola. You will come to know this, it is an upward parabola. Now in upward parabola, what we call this? Minimum value Okay. Okay, so what will be the minimum value of this? It will be minus d upon 4a. Okay, minus d upon 4a will be its minimum value. In previous problem we have talked about this, so we'll calculate minus d upon 4a, minus d upon 4a, which will be now one more thing, it is greater than 0. Okay, minus d upon 4a we will calculate. D value will be d into b square, means 36 b square into c square minus 4 3b square into 2c square, okay, upon 4 into a 3b square. Okay, this is the value of minus d upon 4a. So what we are getting, 36 b square c square minus 8 24 b square c square upon 12 b square, and subtract, we are getting here minus 12, okay, b square c square upon 12 b square. So this term will cancel out and it will give us minus c square, but its minimum root value is minus c square, and what we have, c square is less than 4ab. Okay, then minus c square will be greater than minus 4ab. So minus c square means this root will be greater than minus 4ab. So C is the answer. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next question. This is question number 20. It requires you to know some extra information rather than the quadratic equation. That is the problem in this question. The question is as follows: if alpha and beta are the roots of the equation x square minus x plus 1 equal to 0. So let's calculate its x value, which is 1 plus minus under root. B square means 1 minus 4, a means 1 into c means 1 upon 2, which is 1 plus minus under root 3 iota upon 2. Now x is equals to 1 plus under root 3 iota upon 2, and x is equals to 1 minus under root 3 iota upon 2. Now this thing is called minus omega square, and this thing is calculated is omega minus omega. Okay, this is the information you should know for this equation, especially you should know this. Okay, you know this, then you can proceed it further. Moving on further, what you have, alpha 2009 plus beta 2009. Okay, so if it is alpha, let me take it, these two are the roots. Okay, so minus omega comma minus omega square. Okay, if I take common outside, then it will be omega upon 2009, and this will be square, so it will be omega upon 4018. Okay, now to find the minimum remainder, okay, we know that omega square is minus 1. Okay, this thing, it is told in quadratic equations, means complex, sorry, in complex chapter. Okay, so if you want its minimum remainder, we will divide it by 3. So when you divide it by 3, what we get, 6 2 again 20, 6 18 again you get 2, and 9 3s are 27, you get 2. So here the remainder is 2. Now let's check for it. The 4018, if you divide it by 1, it will be 1 0 3s are 9 1 3s are 9s are 2 8 9s are 1. Here the remainder is 1 minus 27, it will be 1. So here the remainder is 1. Now you must know this basic property, which is omega square plus omega plus 1 should be equal to 0. This is taught in complex number, that's why I was telling you should know some basic things related to omega. Okay, now omega square plus omega, what it will be equal to, minus omega. This is the thing which will be used here. Okay, we have minus out, sorry for doing this rough work here. So here we have minus 1, so it will become 1. So what is the answer? C is the answer. Although this question involves, this question is means good level question. If you don't know how to, means just check omega minimum value, this will be tough. You need to just divide it by 3 to get the minimum. This thing is taught in complex number, but if you have learned this complex number, this question is easy for you. Although I should not have covered this question, but it comes in means quadratic equation part, so I have just solved it. Okay, this is question number 20. Let's move to next question, which is this question number 21. The equation e की power sin x minus e की power minus sin x minus 4 should be equal to 0 has. Now by observing this question, you will on the spot tell me that put t is equals to e की power sin x. That is the basic thing which any child will do if he is means smart enough. Minus 1 minus 4t should be equal to 0. The equation become t minus 4t minus 1 should be equal to 0. Okay, now it is imaginary. By checking we can say plus minus under root 16 minus. Okay, no, it is not imaginary. It is not imaginary, right? Okay, it is not imaginary. Let's solve it. Get t value. Okay, because this is equal to t, so 16 minus 4 into minus 1 upon 2 into a, which is 1, so 4 plus minus 16 minus 4 means 12 upon 2, which will indirectly lead us to 16 plus 4 ho jayega. This will become 20. Sorry, this will be 20. If I take 2 out, then it will be 2 plus minus under root 5. Okay, now we got t value as this. We got t value as 2 plus minus under root 5. Now it should be equal to e की power sin x should be equal to 2 plus minus under root 5, but this value should not work because this value, it has two value, 2 plus under root 5 and it has 2 minus under root 5, and you know an e की power that it should be positive number, while it is in negative, so we will eliminate this while we will use this. E की power sin x is equals to 2 plus under root 5. Now this is value. Now if I move it here, we know what it will become. It will log 2 plus under root 5. But you should know sin x range. It is from minus 1 to 1, and it is greater than 1. Then it is not possible. It is not possible. Not possible. So no solution. So no solution. Okay, guys. No solution. So D is the answer. No real roots. Real roots. Okay, let's move on further to last question. No, it is not the question. It is second last. Okay, the real number k for which the equation 2x cube plus 3x plus k equal to 0 has two distinct real roots in 0 to 1. Okay, let's take it as f of x. We want to find this equation has two distinct roots. In this we have to find the two distinct roots in this range, and for k value, find the k value for which it has two distinct roots in this range 0 to 1. F of x, let's take it as 2x cube plus 3x plus k. Now if I take it f dash x, what I get? 6x square plus 3. Now what you can say, it is strictly increasing, and just a few minutes ago we have discussed about this thing, that it is a odd power. It is a odd power function. What you can conclude from this, that it will have at least one real root, on the basic of concept of complex roots exist in pair. So it will have only one root. But if you have read the question properly, it has told us to find the two real distinct roots, and we know that it has only one root, as it is always increasing. So it has B is the answer, which says does not exist. Okay, guys, so they can give you such problems. Okay, you need to be careful and alert while attempting this problem. The concept of finding number of roots will not work here, although, because you don't know k nature. So this is the only way, and that's why I like this method of solving or finding roots. It's easy. Okay, let's move on to next question, which is question number 23, which is the last question. The question says, if the equation x square plus 2x plus 3 equal to 0 and ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, a comma b comma c belong to real numbers, have a common root, then a raised to b raised to c raised to is. Now if you are smart enough, you will on the spot say answer 1, 2, 3, 1 is to 2 is to 3. But let's find out how. Now let's see. Let's check the nature of its root. Although it is told it has one common root, what it will be b square minus 4ac, which will be its d, and it will be 4 minus 4 into 1 into 3. It will be 4 minus 12 minus 8, which is less than 0. So it has imaginary root. It has imaginary root. So those exist in pair. So both roots are common. So both roots should be common. On the basis of that, so what we can conclude, that alpha, it has both roots common because complex root. So in this question, what we have learned, if any question they told you that it has common root, never conclude that it has single common root or double common root. Just check the discriminant nature. That is the basic thing to check. In many problems you can solve common root problem by checking the discriminant nature only. We have done many problems, so I am telling you that this is the best thing to check before solving any question. Just check the discriminant of the quadratic equation which is given. Now let's see further. What further we can conclude is that if it has two roots common, so the condition should be 1 upon a should be equal to 2 upon b should be equal to 3 upon c, which indirectly means that a is to b is to c is 1 is to 2 is to 3. Okay, so C is the answer. So we are done with JEE Mains question. Although I have not covered some latest JEE Mains questions which we will see in Singh's book. Okay, these are the old AOEEE questions, or some are 2014 or 2012, something like that, JEE Mains screening. Okay, now we will move to JEE Advanced questions, and then we will move back to Singh's multiple choice subjective and previous year question, and then we will move on. Okay, so see you in the next video. Okay, bye guys.